Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, but especially you ladies out there, because it turns out, you know what brings women back to the movie theater? You know what gets women excited about Marvel? You know what really gives them a high audience score? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it turns out it's exactly what we've all known from history immemorial. Women, just like men, like attractive people in form-fitting costumes, because Deadpool and Wolverine has not only crushed it at the box office, breaking records for R-rated movies and just absolutely blowing out all expectations, ladies and gentlemen, although probably not expectations around here, but it is also crushing it with the females out there, because we've already got the data from the Thursday night previews, and ladies and gentlemen, needless to say, the ladies love them some Reynolds and some Hugh Jackman in proper form-fitting costumes. And guess what? I can't blame them one bit. As a comic book quasi-nerd, because, you know, I'm just your humble common nerd after all. I'm not an expert at any of this stuff. I'm just a jack of all trades, but a master of none, but sometimes better than a master of one at all this nerdy and geeky and gaming stuff out there. But needless to say, boys and girls, it's not rocket science to figure out that, yes, we all like to see beautiful and attractive people on the big screen out there doing really awesome things and absolutely crushing it and being the kind of characters they actually are. And just the fact that this movie, being what it is, a fan-respected and a fan-made movie, because obviously Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds are huge fans of their characters and of this universe, boys and girls, turns out, after all the pandering, after all the nonsense, after all the strong, independent women that Marvel has tried to push on us over and over again under Kevin Feige's reign in the Disney Marvel era that we have seen, the MCU, seems like it's now coming to an end, and guess what? That's actually pulling the women back into theaters. So we're going to get into this article from Deadline.com, give you the juicy details, and break you down the numbers and the demographics about how much these ladies love them some Deadpool and Wolverine, and also show you off a little preview of what maybe the ladies would like to go out there to see themselves represented properly in a Deadpool and Wolverine movie with our dear sweet Lady Pool's Hot Toys figure. But before we do, if you do enjoy our content, hit that like button, share with all your friends, and subscribe and or follow if you have not already, because we have just crossed 900. We are sailing our way towards 1,000, and I could not do that without every single one of you. Also, especially if you're a lady out there, but boys, of course, you're welcome as well. Leave us a comment down below if you've seen Deadpool and Wolverine, if you plan on it, and if you did, how much did you like it? Did it make all your favorite parts tingle? Let us know in the comments section down below, because I'm sure it's going to make mine tingle. So we talk about, of course, we can go over the numbers. We've already gone over that already. We know that it has now become the best R-rated preview that we've ever seen at the domestic box office, and the 8th highest preview of all time. $38.5 million, boys and girls. Absolutely crushing it, surpassing Doctor Strange and just under Avengers Infinity War. This is absolutely crazy. But this is one of my favorite parts, boys and girls, because you know who liked Deadpool Wolverine more than anyone else, more than all the guys out there? Women, and specifically the next generation. The people that Disney, Marvel, and Disney in general, and all of the rest of Hollywood is out there constantly saying that they are representing, that they are going to go out there and they're going to capture this new generation, this next generation out there that is coming up out there. It's going to be all representation, just like that they are pushing forward and all of their nonsense BS that fails time and time again. Well, guess what, boys and girls? A couple of hot guys in skin-tight suits gets you a 100% rating from females from the next generation. Under 25 ladies gave it a 100% rating, higher than any other demographic that went and saw this movie. Wow. It's almost like traditional movie making, the idea behind having beautiful people play good quality, well-written characters that are actually a representative of who they are and who the fans know them to be, actually does appeal to everyone, including women. And as a friendly reminder, the smallest segment of the audience, the lowest number of females to ever go see a Marvel movie was none other than The Marvels, starring our dear, sweet, beautiful Brie Larson and the rest of the crew over there with a nonsensical wham power could do no wrong BS movie that cost the Walt Disney Company hundreds of millions of dollars at the box office. Color a shock. Pandering doesn't work. But, of course, they were still one of the smallest portions to show up at 10%, but that's okay. They showed up. Be curious to see how many of them showed up for Miss Marvel. Bet Deadline didn't give us quite the same breakdown for that one, now did they? Men over 25 were the bulk at 45%. Color a shock there, but even they gave it a lower grade than the girls, 97%. Women over 25 at 24% gave it a 96% rating. So it's not just the next generation, it's the current generation as well. Love them some proper comic book accurate representation of characters they know and love, and it doesn't help that both the boys are handsome on top of things. Color us shocked there that all the pandering, that all the nonsense, that all the BS, all of the claiming that they're doing this for representation and to bring more women into the theaters and more women to the audience failed miserably. And just making a good quality movie with some hot folks in it appeals to absolutely everyone. I know. I'm just as shocked as all of you out there. So followed by men under 25 at 21%, gave it a 91% grade. The ladies under 25 gave it a higher grade than the boys under 25. Now, given maybe the guys are a little bit more critical because of their characters that they know and love growing up, and the girls just want to see a fun action movie and go hang out with their boyfriends for a few hours. I don't know. But either way, the fact of the matter is the numbers are what the numbers they are. And women under 25 loved this movie more than men under 25. The women love Deadpool and Wolverine. But it's not just women and men. It's not just all of this out there. The 18 to 34 crowd repped 60% of last night's draw. Under 25 was 69%. Giggity. Diversity draw was strong. Wait. This is a movie with two male white protagonists. How could minorities ever possibly see themselves represented in this movie and feel like they could be seen and want to go see it? How could they possibly do that? The lead isn't black. The lead isn't Hispanic. How could they possibly want to do that? Oh, that's right. Good storytelling actually appeals to everyone. Pandering appeals to no one. The diversity draw was strong. Latino and Hispanics at 35%. Tied with Caucasians. You know those evil white people? Those racists. Literally. The Mexicans showed up just as much as everybody else did, as the white folks. And 50% black and 11% Asian American. Now, 50% black is actually about accurate for the population of the United States. It's actually probably a little overrepresented. And 11% Asian American. Now, my numbers might be wrong. It's been a while since I've actually looked into them because mostly I don't care. But at the end of the day, I think this is overrepresentation for Asians as well. So if anything, that means this movie appealed more, even more to minorities and women, especially women under 25, than anything else that Disney Marvel has thrown at us in the last few years. This is how you do it. Deadpool and Wolverine is the roadmap. It is the way you do things. It's the blueprints on how you continue to make successful Marvel movies. The proof is in the pudding. The audience isn't gone. Yeah, you've lost a lot of people. But there are plenty of people that will still show up if they believe it is a good Marvel movie, if they are excited about it, if it is characters that they know and love. Not some one-off character from the recent comic eras like Kamala Khan, who nobody knows who this character is. Everybody knows who Deadpool is. Everybody knows who Wolverine is. That's how you become successful. Not pandering, not pushing your agenda, not trying to bring in people that don't show up in numbers to make your movie successful anyway. This is how you appeal to a broad audience. This is how you appeal to minorities. This is how you appeal to women. This isn't rocket science in any way, shape, or form. Deadpool and Wolverine proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that pandering doesn't work, that your forced diversity and nonsense, agenda-driven cult BS does not work. It will fail time and time again. And Disney, Marvel, if you continue down that path, if Deadpool and Wolverine only ends up being a one-off blip in the saucepan, blue moon kind of event, then you will continue to fail and burn yourselves down to the ground, and you have no one to blame but yourself, Kevin Feige, and Bob Iger. But if you're smart, if you learn your lesson, which I doubt you will understand this is how you do it. Stop listening to the screaming weirdos out there on the internet that don't show up to your movies, that have caused you to walk down this path of pandering and nonsense representation that fails over and over again. Instead, be smart. Ignore the screaming people on the internet. Ignore the screaming people within your own company, because Bob Iger, you've hired all of those folks, and now you're dealing with the consequences of your own actions. And be smart. Go forward with this path. Keep the Blade movie rated R. Do a good job. Stop with the Captain America Falcon BS. Bring us back a proper Captain America. Make Falcon his proper character that he deserves. And give him his own frickin' movie. For the love of God, he deserves it. A proper Falcon movie. Scarlet Witch should deserve an actual proper one before they destroyed that. But just like Black Widow deserved one before you screwed the pooch on that too. Deadpool and Wolverine is the path forward. And women love it. Women love it. So pay attention, because the numbers don't lie. Deadpool and Wolverine is the path forward to not only making sure that women's panties drop, but they also show up at the box office and make you money. Color us shocked there. A movie that doesn't pander, sticks to its lore, and actually respects its fans wins. Deadpool and Wolverine, enjoy your $1 billion box office. It's exactly what you deserve. And the ladies seem to love you too.